again, it's me, Tina, from the Boone County Conservation District. And last time I introduced you to some of our nature center critters, but we have 3 left that you haven't met yet, and those would be our turtles. This is Myrtle the turtle. There she is. Look how pretty the bottom of her shell is. Myrtle is a painted turtle, and you can see why she's called that because of her shell is brightly colored. And Myrtle is a water turtle. So Myrtle and our other aquatic turtle Slippy live in the tank behind me during the winter, and then in the warmer months we have an outdoor area where the turtles go during the day with a pond and a nice grassy hill to crawl around on. So aquatic turtles have flat shells, so they're more streamlined when they swim through the water, and you can see Myrtle's pretty yellow stripes on the side of her face. You can see that she likes to kick and swim, so she's trying to swim away from me. She has webbed feet, makes her a very good swimmer, and she also has very long claws, good for digging. Right there, those claws. And Myrtle, we've had Myrtle for many years now, several years. So this is Slippy. Slippy's big. Look how much bigger Slippy is than Myrtle. So Slippy is a red-eared slider, and you can kind of see Slippy's has red marks on the side of her head. They're not really her ears, but they're on the side of her head, so she's called a red-eared slider. An aquatic turtle, so she has that kind of streamlined shell. Here's the bottom of her shell, not quite as pretty as the bottom of Myrtle's shell, but Slippy's been with us since I've been here. So over 20 years we've had Slippy, and she came from someone who had too many turtles in their tank. So when you have water turtles, they need a lot of space, and so we just have 2 in our big tank here, and that's how we got Slippy. So she's been here a long time. Now Slippy occasionally will lay eggs in her tank. Normally aquatic turtles go on land to lay their eggs, dig a hole and lay their eggs, bury them, and then leave them there. But every once in a while, Slippy will lay an egg in her tank. Turtles don't have teeth, but they can bite, and they have what's called a beak, so a hard, kind of like a bird, hard lips, so to speak, called a beak. There, she's opening it right there. So she does not like people to poke around near her head. But it's hard enough that they can bite things off, right? They use it just like, they don't chew, but they can bite off. So if she were to bite me, it would hurt, right? So we don't stick our fingers in her face. Those belong to the group of animals called reptiles, right? Because they have scaly skin. They lay eggs. They're what we call cold-blooded, which means that they can't keep themselves, they can't regulate their body temperatures. So in the winter around here, if they weren't living inside the nature center, they would be hibernating. Although we're coming to the time of the year where animals in hibernation are starting to come out. So she has long claws just like Myrtle, and if she were to stick her back feet out, you'd see that they were webbed. So she's built for swimming. The top of a shell is called a carapace, and the bottom of their shell is called a plastron. It's fairly flat here on Slippy and Myrtle. And then this part that connects the 2 is called the bridge. Now some turtles, I'll show you in a moment, box turtles actually have a hinge where they can go all the way inside and close their shell up. But with Myrtle and Slippy, their shells don't move. They don't close or open. Also, when a turtle is connected, its shell is connected to its body, so a turtle can't leave its shell. So she can feel me touching her, right? A shell is a good protection though, just like a helmet. If you wear a helmet, if you play football or when you go on a bike ride or skateboarding, you wear a helmet to protect your head, right? Turtles have a hard shell to protect them from their predators or enemies or dangers. They're called scutes. A turtle shell is made of 13 scutes. So every turtle shell, no matter the size, has 13 of these scutes. We can count here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So all turtles have 13 scutes on their shell. So they're like big plates or scales. Anyway, the back of a snapper has these pointy ends here. So I know this is a snapper, but you can see, right, the turtle, there's its backbone, right? So they're vertebrates, so they have a backbone. So you can even see ribs in there. Turtles obviously cannot crawl out of their shells because it's part of their bodies. Before we move on and meet Flo, our box turtle, I would like to thank Myrtle and Slippy's foster parents. So Declan Stump has adopted Myrtle for the year. So thank you, Declan. And Lawton Shepherd has adopted Slippy for the year. So thank you, Lawton. No. So this is Flo, our three-toed box turtle and everyone's favorite animal ambassador. First of all, Flo is being sponsored this year by Layla Marshall. So Layla, thank you for sponsoring Flo and being her foster mom. So Flo is a three-toed box turtle. And you can see her shell is shaped differently. It's more domed shaped. And of course, box turtles have a hinge like a door on the bottom of their shell. So if Flo wanted to, which she usually doesn't, she can pull her arms and her legs and her little head and her tail, and she can actually close her shell all the way up. So she's just hard all the way around and nobody can get to her. She can actually do a better job of closing it. But she's not really scared of me, so she doesn't, she's a very sweet, gentle turtle. She has lots of visitors and kids get to come and see her in her habitat over here. She gets taken to school sometimes and so she does a lot of work. Now you can see Flo's beak right here. She's got kind of looks slightly different. Now Flo was given to us from a nature center that closed. She's actually blind in one eye, so she, obviously wouldn't survive in the wild. Literally just come out of hibernation, sort of. She's come out of her winter sleep. So unlike the other two turtles, Flo will go into her corner in her little hut and just hang out. She doesn't eat. She just sits in there and sleeps for most of the winter. So she's not really active at all during the winter time here, even though she's inside. She has rough, scaly skin like all turtles and all reptiles. She has 3 toes on her back feet, so that's why she's called a three-toed box turtle. Now, while you can find a painted turtle and a red-eared slider like Myrtle and Slippy here in this part of Illinois, you cannot find three-toed box turtles here. Turtles live a really long time, so they live as long as humans, so they can live to be in their 70s or even older sometimes. But we're not sure how old Flo is, but she's a sweetheart, and like I said, she's the camp kids' favorite, I think, to come and visit because she's so gentle and easy, and even though she has her feet out, it doesn't scratch. They're not sharp like the water turtles. They don't scratch. She just wants to get down and walk around. What do you say, Flo? Can you wave bye? Oh, look, she's waving bye.